What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ready, Set, Recap, where we recap what's been going on. I'm Daniel, joined as always by my best friend, Skyler.
What's up, everyone?
This week in the news, we've got a couple of quick hit rumors coming out of Xbox, a couple of fun little things coming out of the Marvel side of the film universe, and much, much more. But Skyler, before we get into all of that, what's been going on with you this week?
Well, I caught up to the rest of the world and what everyone else has been, literally everyone has been doing, and I went and saw Spider-Man. Man, the theaters are busy.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So if this is indicative of, if the Avengers get anywhere close to this kind of traffic flow, then good job. But people are showing out for this movie in a way that feels unexpected. I mean, it shouldn't, because it's Spider-Man,
Yeah.
but people are really digging on this one, which is cool to see. But hey, I don't know if enough time has been passed to give my full thoughts on the thing, like spoiler-wise, but without spoilers, I'll say, this is a good one. This is a good Spider-Man flick.
Definitely true. It's a really, really good one. We can there's not a ton of news this week. If we get to the end and we still got a little bit of time left, we might be able to do a quick little spoiler discussion if you want.
All right.
Yeah. Was that the big thing for you this week?
Well, I celebrated a friend's birthday, but not with them.
Fair. That was
Yeah.
me, I assume. Unless you have...
check. Oh yeah, that was you. Yeah.
Hey, hi. It's, as we're recording this, currently my birthday. Yeah.
Today, as of recording. And
if you're listening to this the day it comes out, it's my dad's birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Dad. You texted me and you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a little late to record." I'm like, "All right, no worries." And then I went to the pool and I grilled up some hot dogs. It was my day off.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It
was your day off and you still grilled food?
You shut the fuck up. What do you want, you know?
Hey, if you're doing what you love, you never work a day in your life. You know what I'm saying?
And now I'm trying to solve this Rubik's Cube, to be fully transparent.
Hey, good luck with it. Yeah, so today was my birthday. We didn't do like too much for it, but it was a really fun day. We went to this really great dumpling place. I think I've told you about it before. It's real good.
You definitely gave it a recommend this time around.
It's I've only been there twice now, and it has not failed to impress me. Really, really good. And then we went back to my parents' house. It was just me and my family today. Just went back, had some cake, played the expansion for the Survivor card game, which makes it a lot more fun, actually. Because we played it at a birthday party of mine before, and I thought it was kind of like whatever, like not good. This expansion makes it actually a lot of fun. Definitely worth doing there. But yeah, happy birthday to me, 32. Gonna be the best year yet, baby.
It can't be any worse than all the others.
Oh, some of them are good. In other news, I am officially caught up on Ted Lasso. Pretty cool. I was concerned that season 3 would end in a way that would make it coming back for an unplanned season 4 very awkward. And it super does.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Which, I mean, the first episode of season 4 is already out, and I did watch it. And they take care of it in a way that is unrealistic to the real world, but is fine. You know what I mean? Like, it would never happen, but it's a TV show, so, like, whatever. I won't get into spoilers, because I do think it's definitely a show you're going to watch at some point. But it is...
It's on the list.
It's really good. Season 3 ends in a damn near perfect way. There's a letterboxed equivalent for TV shows called Serialized, and on that...
Yeah, I have that, but I don't use it.
That's fair. On that, I gave it a 4.5, and the 0.5 was taken off because I feel like none of the romantic relationships end in satisfying places at the end of season 3, which was supposed to be the end of the show, and was the end of the show for like 3 years or something. So that's pretty disappointing, but hopefully they'll correct at least some of that in season 4. But weirdly, I kind of don't see that happening, especially because... I mean, he wasn't part of the relationships that I personally wanted to take off, but one of the main guys, I forget the actor's name, but he plays Jamie Tart. He is not going to be in season 4 because the actor got really famous and it's been 3 years, so like he has other jobs, which they're writing off as him having joined a different team in Barcelona or something.
He's on loan.
He's not on like he's just fully on a different team. He's not being like lent out to a different team.
Oh,
He's
I
just
see.
been like, I guess, traded. I don't know how it works in soccer because I don't care. Um, but he's just not on the team right now, which makes sense. I mean, he was one of, if not the best players on that team, and it's been 3 years. Like, you don't stay on the same team, I understand, in soccer if you're the best guy. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Typically. I don't know. That's what was explained to me. But really good show. Highly recommend it. Season 4 seems like it's going to take a similar sort of path of being continuing to be really good. But yeah, that the first episode I think is great, but has to do a lot of legwork to explain how a fourth season can even exist. So
uh-huh.
that does hold it back a little bit, I think. So we'll see where it goes. I will do periodic updates as we go if I continue watching it, which I probably will. But yeah, that's my week. Are you ready
Yeah,
to?
I can see myself getting around to watching that soon. I'm almost done watching The Sopranos. I'm got like 3 episodes left.
Oh, yeah. So you'll be
So
done with that
I
like
could
tomorrow.
well, it's I'm not really doing it as background noise right now. I just have to like sit down and actually watch it. So we'll see when I
No,
give me a
yeah.
week.
I
But
is the last 3 episodes of a show that's that like popular, I don't think should be background noise. So that
yeah.
makes sense. Either way, let's talk about some news.
If we must.
Yeah, there's not a ton, so we'll get through it pretty fast, I think. Here's a quick little fast one coming at us from Xbox. As for some reason announced in a tweet by Asha Sharma, they are officially adding a platinum achievement equivalent, like a platinum trophy equivalent on Xbox. The reaction to which has been very funny. Most people are like, this is a really good idea. They should have done this a long time ago, which is true. 100% true. The people that I think is really funny is when they're like, oh, they're just stealing this from PlayStation, completely ignoring the fact that Xbox like invented achievements and then PlayStation stole that for trophies. And then also that's just like how competition works, frankly. So it's fine. And they should have done it, 10 years ago at this point, if I'm being honest, because it's a good idea. So,
Right.
but yeah, it's supposedly launching later this year. It's rolling out to the sort of insider groups right now to, they do that to test new updates for the firmware for the consoles. They will get it first and then we will get it later once it hopefully works. Not a huge piece of news, but has gotten people pretty excited this week and not a whole lot of huge news. So this one made the cut. You excited about that? I know you're a huge achievement hunter, so
I was back in the day. It was fun. It was fun trying to grind to get achievements or trophies on if you're on PlayStation. But I just, I don't have anything to prove anymore.
that's fair. Well, from long awaited things finally happening to rumors of what everyone wants being very heavily picked up, there are new rumors coming to us from all kinds of different places, but most notably Digital Foundry, saying that Xbox, at least the last they heard, was planning on keeping physical media into the next generation.
That definitely seems like the smart thing to say right now.
Well, it's not even them saying it is the thing. It's people who usually hate them. So I'm surprised to hear them say it. It's Digital Foundry usually bashes on Xbox like pretty fucking hard, and then it's getting picked up also by like, all of the usuals. But like pretty much everyone's
Are
running with it at this point and like
are
corroborating it with new information.
are they saying it like it's a bad thing? Look at these
Uh
losers. They're not even gonna steal from us.
I guarantee someone is, but thankfully I have not seen that person yet. And
Okay.
when I do, it's on site. But yeah, this is the one that I think is most likely true is someone over at IGN said that they had heard the same thing, but when they heard it, it was before Asha had taken over, so they don't know if it's still true. That feels
Mhm.
like it is the most likely scenario. So don't necessarily hold your breath on it. It's definitely still very possible that they will follow suit with PlayStation and ditch physical. But it's also worth noting that Xbox is pushing a system right now through which you can take your physical media and get digital licenses for it, which is basically the exact opposite of switching to an all digital thing, because that would mandate that the next console have a disk drive for you to do that with.
Yeah.
And it's also a huge thing for backwards compatibility, which they've been pushing really hard. And from what we've seen of this, it's called, oh God, Project, not Proton, Pluton? No, something like
Wait a
that.
minute.
It doesn't fucking, it's something like that.
That's the weapon from One Piece.
It could be both. But it has some dumb name like that I'm just not remembering off the top of my head. It doesn't matter. Point being, the understanding of it that we've gotten leaked out is that what that'll do is it'll give you a digital license from that for that game until such time as that disc gets played on a different console. So even the way that they're doing it would not necessarily remove your ability to resell it or trade it to a friend or anything like that. It's quite literally the best possible version of what this could be.
Mm-hmm.
And that we know is confirmed. That is for them keeping physical media 50-50, frankly. This disc to digital thing, it's for sure happening. And I'm pretty happy with what is being said that it will be.
Cool.
That is pretty exciting, I think, personally. And then frankly, there's really no excuse for people to not buy physical, because then if you buy physical, you just have both. You have physical and digital. It's like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, the same basic principle exists with when you buy a Blu-ray and it comes with the digital code that you put in your library to whatever you want, I guess.
Yeah.
Just buy physical media.
Just buy physical media. It's crazy. Xbox has also been pushing the Play Anywhere feature. I don't know if you are how familiar you are with this. Have you heard about this?
I've heard that. Yes.
So Play Anywhere.
Have you heard about that?
Have you heard? Yeah. So for Xbox, Play Anywhere is a feature through which if you buy a game on your Xbox, then you also get it. Right now, it's only if you buy it digitally. Then you also get it on your PC.
Mm-hmm.
But through this disc to digital, whatever they're calling it thing, because it gives you the digital license, it would also then give it to you on PC. So it's like if you bought a physical copy, you would then own it in 3 different ways from one purchase. It's truly the best of both worlds. Like it is better than, if it turns out to be exactly what everyone is saying it is, it will be better than could have been expected. So with that in mind, I'm sure it will somehow be worse, but pretty exciting. Some potential big things coming out of Xbox in the near future as far as that's concerned. Although I do wonder if here's my thing. I feel like if they were 100% knew that they were going to keep physical media into next generation, I feel like they would have said by now. Like, take advantage of the hate that is currently going towards their competition and be like, wow, fuck these guys, we're doing it.
Surely.
Yeah. But I don't know. Xbox has never really been that cutthroat. Asha Sharma seems like she's certainly a lot more cutthroat than Phil Spencer ever was, but maybe she's not enough to do this.
There could be a voice in there somewhere, the evil voice.
Yeah.
That's like, wow, they're getting really shitted on. Let's see if they worm out of this. Because if they can get away with it,
then we can too.
So can we.
Blue Skidoo, we can too.
Yeah, we don't want that though.
Yeah, no, we don't. They might, but we don't. Speaking of things we don't want, and stay tuned to the end, there's a silver lining. The acquisition of EA by the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund has officially concluded.
Mm-hmm.
Boo. This is just one more way of them doing the video game equivalent of sports washing their public persona, I guess, so that people forget about how much they love murdering journalists.
Mm-hmm. Amongst other things.
And the very first thing that they announced after completion of this was that the Public Investment Fund and the Kushners, Donald Trump's son-in-law, I believe, are demanding that EA cut $700 million worth of cost immediately, which can really only mean layoffs. So that's coming in the very near future. The one silver lining of this is that it comes with a very strong rumor that one of the ways in which that they will do that is by selling off BioWare and BioWare's IP. So a little bit of a silver lining that somebody not involved with the Kushners or Saudi Arabia might take the Dragon Age and Mass Effect ball and run with it. But
Mhm.
we gotta
Mhm.
wait and see A, if that turns out to be true, and B, who ends up buying it if true, before I actually celebrate it at all. Although I will say, I did post on Blue Sky like a month ago that if anybody could save BioWare from Saudi Arabia, I would be prepared to shill for them for upwards of 2 years, and I'll stand by that. I promise I will.
Yeah, sure. Of course. The selling off BioWare and the IP, it's like, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
That's a life raft. Help! Somebody help!
yeah. Well, it's also, I think if your plan was to sell a BioWare, at this point you would have to sell the IP because all of the good employees, not to be mean to the people who aren't listening to this, but all of the like, let's say known employees, your like the leads of the Mass Effect team, for example, left ages ago. Like there's questions of whether or not that team is even remotely capable of putting out a Mass Effect 2 level game, right? You wouldn't, as a company, buying that studio without the IP feels like it would be basically meaningless because there's already thousands of extremely talented game developers who don't have jobs right now, who you could just hire anywhere and not have to go through regulations of buying a studio from Saudi Arabia.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? It'd be way easier. And if you're not getting the IP, frankly, there's the people who have been laid off, I'm sure, are just as talented as the people at BioWare. Again, not to be mean to the people at BioWare, but a lot of talented people are currently unemployed. So if you're not selling the IP, I don't know why you bother.
I agree.
I don't know who I would want to make that purchase. I know that no matter who does it, if they've also done like let's say Xbox or even PlayStation does it, both of them have had huge layoffs this year.
Yeah.
The story about it either way will be how can you afford to buy this when you just laid off those people? And the answer is going to be they
Yeah.
bought it for the IP. Like they bought it for one reason and it wasn't the people. So
Yeah. You don't think they couldn't be like, we'll buy the IP and not the people, right? They wouldn't
I
do
wouldn't think
that.
so. No, because I think having that ready-made studio ready to do it, and because we already know Mass Effect 4 is in development currently, we don't know how far along it is, but whatever.
You can
I
imagine that that's gonna get, like, not scrapped, but taken back to the drawing board depending on who picks it up.
entirely possible. Yeah, it's honestly I think pretty likely. And I will say I don't at this point I'm not really a fan of acquisitions in the game space unless it's to get it away from Saudi Arabia or like Embracer Group.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I don't want to like necessarily celebrate the idea of another acquisition, but in this case I definitely would. 100%. So we'll see. We'll see. We can get Mass Effect and Dragon Age back on track. Probably not though.
I would like that.
Be
I
pretty
didn't
good
play
damn
the
good.
newest Dragon Age, but people didn't like it.
I think for better or worse, I do think the one that is most likely to buy it would be Microsoft, and they will get torn apart for having just laid off like 3,000 people
Oh, definitely.
and then buy, and they deserve it, and they deserve it. But A, they're Microsoft, so they've definitely got the money to buy stuff, and B,
We
they,
when you look at their entire drive, like, what they've said is
yeah,
like, "We're putting all power behind IP you guys give a shit
big
about."
IP,
And
yeah,
so picking up both Mass Effect and Dragon Age would add fuel to their fire.
right. Well, and Mass Effect
Um,
1 launched as an Xbox exclusive, so there is that history there.
mhm.
So there is some track record there. Also, I think that they are, for better or worse, probably one of the companies in the games industry that had the best relationship with EA. So if it does go up
Yeah.
onto the block, they're gonna know about it and probably have the opportunity to make that call.
If someone can just give me a Mass Effect game that doesn't suck absolute dog shit, that would be cool. That'd be really cool, actually.
Hey, when we make it big, what IP do you want to buy? Like a really small, shitty IP that everyone's forgotten about that we can buy. What do you want?
Oh my god. Anything?
Anything, but it has to be. I'm specifically my question is something that is really small and forgotten because we have to be able to afford it.
Um,
Or something that is so detested by the people owning it that even though it is a big name thing, it probably is cheap. My answer to this is Power Rangers, for example, because the people who own Power Rangers don't give a fuck about it. All the Power Rangers is just on YouTube and no one cares.
the first thing I thought of, and it's not necessarily my answer, but the first thing I thought of was the Defenders of the Earth.
What is that? Defenders of the Earth. Defenders. I know the song. What are they?
Yeah. They're old comic book characters. Flash Gordon, the Phantom.
Oh, well, wouldn't that be
Loth
DC?
Lothar. I don't know. Do they own it? That's my answer
Probably.
though. I want that.
Okay.
I mean, it's not my answer. That's not my official answer.
No, it's your answer.
Uh,
So you're the
it's a
Herculoids.
answer. Uh, I don't know. When you said like it's detested by the people who own it, I was like, oh, WWE, I'd buy that.
WWE. Oh God, I wouldn't. Too much baggage.
That's a lot of baggage.
Well, speaking of baggage,
Uh-huh.
here's our next story. The new God of War show has run into some setbacks, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan
Mm-hmm.
Hurst, who had been set to play the one, the only Kratos,
Kratos.
Zeus' son, or whatever his last name would be, um,
Ares.
has, air quotes, injured himself on set and is
Damn.
now being recast.
Damn.
What makes me think that this is a work is that
Mm.
they're also recasting Atreus. I think they got to set and started doing like screen tests and were like, these two are not good together. We need new people. That's my theory, my crack theory. And I think that they are
And
claiming
they
that he was
didn't
injured to save face with, just to let him save face.
and they didn't do any sort of tests before they got this far when they announced
Well,
the actors like most things would do.
I don't think that they have actually gone to set because that one picture that we got was like, it was like a costume test, basically.
Uh-huh.
So I think they are pretty early on, and they may have just jumped the gun and announced casting way too early. Almost certainly did, regardless. I mean, the fact that they're changing it at all means that they announced it too early, frankly. But this is just I don't have any actual proof of this. This is just my conspiracy
You're
theory.
correct about theory.
Yeah, but I'm right though. um,
Ryan Hurst injury. I'm gonna look it up.
while you look that up, it is very heavily rumored that one of the major names being looked at to replace Ryan Hurst as Kratos is the one, the only Dave Bautista of the
Mm-hmm.
WWE,
Mm-hmm.
who I think is a good choice. I don't think he's
Batista's
necessarily the
Batista's a great actor.
he. See, here's the thing. I don't know that I agree with that. I think that he is very good at a specific type of role, of which Kratos is exactly that thing. You know what I mean? I think his
Uh,
range is probably not super deep. Like he can play strongman who is goofy or
hmm
strongman who is mad, and that's kind of it.
hmm
Like you wouldn't cast him as a romantic lead.
Uh, I think he's also a strongman who is sensitive, though. I think he has that down. I've seen
Maybe.
multiple versions of him doing that.
I don't feel like I've seen that personally.
I've seen it. I like Batista.
I like him a lot. Oh, I think he's great. I think he's potentially perfect for this role, assuming that these rumors turn out to be true.
It says that Ryan Hurst tore his bicep.
Yeah. But I feel like he would have a stunt double, right? Anything that like he would need to actually do something, like they could just put a different guy in there.
Tearing the bicep is a big injury. We're just used to
It's not end of
freak
the world.
freak professional wrestlers bouncing back from horrific injuries in like
Yeah, I guess
3
that's
months.
I guess that's fair. We watch professional wrestling and American football.
But
We're tearing
but
bicep is
even
not new news to us.
even Cody Rhodes, who tore his bicep, he like tore it completely off the fucking tendon or whatever.
Yeah,
He what that was like in September or so. He did the Hell in a Cell match, and then he was gone until the Royal Rumble. How long is that?
couldn't tell you.
End of January. So,
Royal
uh,
Rumble's pretty early in. No, is it early in the year or late in the year?
he was gone like 5 months. Royal Rumble's end of January.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was
So
early.
he was gone like 5 or so months.
I mean, that's a
Um,
solid chunk of time.
that's the average it says here on shitty Google AI answer.
Thanks, Google
So
AI.
thanks, Google AI. And Ryan Hurst is not a freak professional wrestler. He's
He's
just an
not.
actor. So
He.
he probably went ow, and then they said you can go home.
You know who
So
I
I don't
would.
blame him. I don't blame him as long as it's not a real crackpot conspiracy like this is they're working us. But
I I think it's a work.
But is it possible
Yeah.
that they were like, oh, this guy sucks, actually, let's get Dave Bautista? Yes, that's possible. I don't know Ryan Hurst's acting, so
Well,
I'm not going to put that on him.
let's take the more likely scenario, which is the middle ground, where they were like, oh, I don't know about this. And then he tore his bicep and they were like, oh, thank God, we have an excuse.
Yeah.
Either way, I don't know. We'll see if the show turns out to be good. I think it has a high potential. I think it's on Amazon, right? That's who's working on it.
I literally Googled him. American Amazon Prime Video. Got it.
Cool. So yeah, Amazon's got a pretty, if nothing else, they have a good track record of properly funding a show so it can look good. So I guarantee it'll have that at least.
The Boys was solid, and Fallout's really great.
The money being pumped into Rings of Power is insane. Granted, that's because Bezos is a Tolkien freak.
That's right. That's them. I forgot. And they're doing James Bond.
Yeah.
Look at them. Look at them go.
Yeah. Now, if only the UI of their streaming service didn't suck ass, we'd be in a whole different ballpark.
It's not great.
Once you're watching it, I think it's phenomenal. I think the like X-ray feature or whatever, where you open it up and it's like, here are the actors that are in the scene, and that's awesome.
That's fun. I like that.
Everyone, like Xbox and the Platinum Achievement, should just steal that shit for their streaming service. 100%. They should take that. Getting from the Amazon Prime main screen to the thing you want to watch, that part sucks. Because sometimes you click on a thing and they're like, what if you gave me $10? And I'm like, this is a streaming service.
I will say this. When you do add-ons through Prime, like for instance, I paid for the NBA network last season, and it put the little tab up in the top. It was like NBA, so you just go to that tab and then it pulls up all the games, and that's really cool in a way that I wish other streaming services did similar things, because I got the baseball MLB through Fubo. I'm just saying words now.
Okay.
But it doesn't do that. So you have to like go to the sports tab and then click baseball, and that's really annoying.
Yeah, I think Disney Plus does that for Hulu.
You know what?
I'm pretty sure there's like a Hulu tab.
You should fucking let me tell you what to do. Bring me in, and I can fix every streaming service. How about that?
You know what? Honestly, I spend enough time staring at streaming services. I feel like we could get this done. The two of us, we could figure out how to make a streaming service UI like actually function and look good.
100%.
Some of them I don't think necessarily need our help, but Amazon does. Definitely does.
I wouldn't fuck with Disney, I guess. Disney's fine.
Disney's fine. Yeah, their catalog is such that it's already organized into its different categories because it's pretty much just their stuff. And then Hulu.
That they have it so that you can just easy click whatever.
If I'm HBO, I'm figuring out how to get Smallville onto my streaming service. Because the fact that no, I don't think so. I think it's just on Disney Plus or on Hulu and Disney Plus.
Yeah, it was a Hulu thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it?
Actually, I think maybe I'm wrong. I think all the CW shit's on Hulu/Disney Plus.
There used to be like a good chunk of it on Netflix.
That would make sense too.
Can you see the problem with streaming America culture here? We're just like, where the fuck is anything? I don't know.
Don't even get me fucking started on trying to find wrestling shit. Don't even get me started.
Oh.
You want to watch WrestleMania? You can probably find that pretty easy. You want to watch an episode of fucking Nitro from 98 or whatever? Good luck, buddy.
YouTube, maybe, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Football's coming back, and you got to watch the Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. You got to watch Monday Night Football on... where even is Monday Night Football? I think that's just like normal television. You got to have... I get NFL Red Zone to watch all the Sunday games together. Sunday Night Football's on something. There's games on Peacock. Special holiday games are on Netflix. Help.
Help.
But hey, football's back. I'm excited.
Is it back? I didn't think it started until like September.
Preseason's this week. Preseason started yesterday.
Like
which
preseason games or like training?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Preseason games started. This was week 1 of preseason.
Oh.
And
my boys the Lions only just now extended Jahmyr Gibbs' contract, so he's finally starting to play again. I mean, they were definitely always going to do it, but
at least he kept him.
Yeah, there was no way they were going to get rid of Jahmyr Gibbs. Not a shot. He's like a top 10 player, regardless of position in the NFL. I think like he's that good. Fantasy football, he's going to be gone in the first 5 picks every draft.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
love that guy. He might not be necessarily the number 1 running back though. I think Bajan's he's still in that talk.
I think the top 3 going in most like mock drafts right now is, oh God, who's number 1?
Probably Bijan. Wasn't he
No,
that
I
last
think
year?
he was, well, no, because I got him last year, and I think I was like number 3.
Well, but I think he was projected number 1, and then we just
He
didn't
was
take him.
he was definitely up there, but I think like right now, oh, that's because Jamar Chase was first.
Oh,
I
Jamar
think.
Chase, yeah, that's
Which
it.
he's
But
like
isn't
he's
he?
like second or third also.
Is he a running back or is he a receiver?
No, he's a receiver. He's a
I
wide
thought
receiver.
so. Okay, yeah,
Nobody's listening for this,
doesn't matter. It's
but
fine.
we're gonna tell them anyways. I don't know. I'm drafting last this year, so I've got plans.
I did really bad last year, so I think I get to draft pretty early, which is nice.
I think you're like second
Yeah,
or third. I know Ed's first. Our friend Ed, friend of the show.
I
He
should
made
have.
Hades and Hades too.
He did make Hades too. He's really talented
Yeah.
at one thing and maybe not
Hey,
so much the other thing.
for those of you who give a shit, yeah, we play fantasy football with a guy that made Hades and Hades too.
Yeah,
So be
we're not
jealous of the
cool,
boy.
but we know people who are.
I went to his wedding, so
Isn't his
fuck
wife
you.
like an Olympian too?
No, I think they're friends with an Olympian. They
Jesus,
went to the
fuck.
Olympics. Yeah. Yeah, Ed, must be nice. I made award-winning video game and I'm married. Fuck you, dude.
And I went to the Olympics to watch my friend.
Bro, clip this and I'm gonna send it to him.
Yeah, fuck that guy. He's actually
I love
super.
you.
And yeah, and he's also super nice and a great guy. What an asshole.
You couldn't ask for a nicer man on the planet.
What a son of a bitch.
Is the thing. I've known him since like 4th grade. All right. What were we talking about?
I don't
remember. What is this podcast about anymore?
Oh, it's hard to say.
I'm still trying to solve this Rubik's Cube, and I can't. There's like 2 spots on the blue side, and I've almost got it. I don't know how kids do it. You watch these Gen Zers. We've got a Rubik's Cube at my job, and they just walk up and like, boom, boom, boom. Oh, I know the algorithms. Fuck you. I hate everybody. I hate so many people on this planet. What are we talking about?
We're just talking.
I'd buy Defenders of the Earth probably. That's what I would do.
That was a long time ago, but thank you. Hey, let me give you one more person to hate that you already hated. Actually, 2 more people that I think you already hated.
All right, hit me. Jared Leto and...
Well, not related to what we're talking about, but yes, you could definitely continue hating him. GTA 6 is doing something really fucking stupid, and I think you saw this. I posted in the chat, but you didn't respond to it, so I guess we'll see. They are doing an extended look, basically a long trailer, that will only be released on Netflix.
What does that mean?
It means they're putting a trailer behind a paywall. If you want to see the next trailer for GTA 6, then you have to have Netflix. That's what that means.
That's interesting.
Isn't
I
it?
didn't see this. I must have not seen when you posted this.
It's pretty wild. The internet is livid.
I guess they're operating under an assumption, an incorrect assumption, to be fair, where they're like, yeah, but who doesn't have Netflix? I mean, a lot of people, surely.
A lot of people
right?
have Netflix, to be fair.
I mean, a lot of people don't as well. There's got to be. And I know that I'm a stupid old man. I'm unk and I'm washed, right? I understand this.
Sure.
But, like, do y'all need an exclusive extended look at GTA? Like, you already know. They've told you all this bad that it's going to cost $4,000 and there's no physical disc and all this stuff, and you're still like, oh, I'm still going to buy it day one. So like, you don't need a trailer. Yeah. I don't think you've already decided.
Well, okay, so yes, this is incredibly stupid from the absolute get go. The fact that they're like, first of all, the fact that Netflix would even bother buying exclusive streaming rights to a fucking trailer is ridiculous.
That is weird.
That makes no sense to me.
You're right. That's very strange.
At all. And I get that Netflix has done stupid things in the past. This is crazy. Like, that's next level. If I'm Rockstar and Netflix approaches me with that, then maybe I'm like, sure, how many millions of dollars? Sure, cool. But it does not make sense. Because also, as a marketing beat, right? You would think that you want the majority of people to see it, and Netflix has a lot of subscribers, to your point, but not the number of people that you would want to advertise Grand Theft Auto to. I mean, it's Grand Theft Auto. Everyone's going to know that it's coming out. But like, if you're going through the trouble of having this thing made, this expensive fucking trailer, its extended look made, why would you not want that going out to as many people as is humanly possible? You should put that shit on a fucking billboard. You should put that shit on, like, whenever you look over somebody's shoulders at the airport at their phone, it should be playing this fucking trailer for how
See,
much money they put into this thing.
now I'm looking at it cynically from the other side, right? Where it's just like Rockstar,
Mm-hmm.
they know exactly what I just said. They're like, oh, everyone's gonna buy it anyways, so we don't need a trailer. And for some reason, stupid ass Netflix wants to pay us a lot of money for one. So sure, we'll just give it to them. We don't care.
Yeah, which is probably, I know you said cynically, not far off from reality, if I had to guess.
No, reality is very cynical. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's also like a sort of like 1B story to this that I didn't put on the rundown, but well, first of all, let me say this thing is happening August 27th. That's when we'll see it. So if you're curious and you have Netflix and you want to see what this is, it'll be there on the 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Strauss Zelnick, the guy who put himself in the new 2K, and who is also the CEO of Rockstar. Well, Take-Two, who owns Rockstar.
Yeah.
He came out yesterday, maybe the day before, and he said that they are expecting to make $8 billion off of Grand Theft Auto in the first, like, but by the end of the year. And I got to tell you, I don't think that's going to happen. I really, really don't. But that's the number that they need it to make in order for them to see it as a success.
No.
I think for that number to be achieved, being that it's only going to be on Xbox and PlayStation, which are the two smallest platforms that you could launch this game on. You're skipping Switch, you're skipping PC. It's going to PC later, but by the time that this 8 billion will have been demanded from their shareholders, you're not going to hit that number. And I understand why it has to be that high. You spent 4 billion on the fucking game. You know, movie shit says that, you know, for it to be a success, it has to make twice as much. So yeah, 8 billion makes sense if we're going based on the same logic, right? But in order for it to do that, you would have to sell a copy of GTA to like 3 out of every 5 console owners, I'm pretty sure. And that's simply not going to happen. It didn't do that with GTA 5, and there are less Xboxes and PlayStations now than there were when that launched. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to happen.
All right. 3 out of every 5, you said, right?
I mean, I don't take that number to heart, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to that. Yeah.
All right. I won't take it to heart. No one listening should take anything to heart that we say ever.
Yeah, I didn't like do calculations or anything, but
other than you could take this to heart. I love you.
Hey, hit subscribe for our love.
3 out of every 5. So if we're in that 5, we're not getting it. We're the 2.
Yeah.
Right? Do we have 3 friends that are gonna? We have 1. We got a Brar.
We have 1.
He's gonna get it. A Brar. You're a fool. You're a fool of a toque.
I recently made a list of people who I was thinking about inviting to my birthday. Of those people, I think.
Did you send out a questionnaire and said, "Are you going to buy GTA at launch?" And anyone who responded yes, you just
No, I've mostly been trying to figure out what days those people are free, and it's been hell. Trying to find a day where at least most people are free has been very difficult. However, of those 14 people, I think I can guarantee 2 of them will purchase it, and everyone else is questionable. Most people are hard nosed. Some are questionable. Because I'm not going to get it. You're not going to get it. Steven's not going to get it. I don't think Anthony and Ray are going to get it.
No. Well, Steven doesn't own the console required. I don't know. Do Anthony and Ray, do they have an Xbox?
I don't think so.
They do.
They have a Switch.
They have an Xbox. She plays Halo. Ray's cool. She plays Halo.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Leave a comment, Ray. She's not watching this.
Nobody tell her I said she was cool. That's not our rapport. We can't do that.
If anyone spreads this rumor that we think that Ray is cool, I'll deny it.
Simply untrue.
But yeah, no, I mean, and granted, I don't think necessarily our friend group is particularly representative of average chud gamers. I still don't think you're hitting 3 out of 5. I really don't.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Not even like Call of Duty or Madden hit 3 out of 5, and that shit sells like crazy every year.
It's still gonna sell
Oh,
really high. Of
it's going to be
course it
the
is.
best-selling game of the year and probably for the last several years. No
But 8
question.
billion?
8 billion is unheard of.
I mean, let's see, right? Maybe but can we trust it though? Can we try even if they came out and said, "Yeah, we actually got 9 billion actually." That screams to me like, "Yeah, dude, Red Notice is the highest streamed thing Netflix has ever put out."
It depends
Pe-
where they say it.
You're watching it right now and you don't even know. It's
Yeah.
like,
It
okay.
it depends where they say it. They're not allowed to blatantly lie to shareholders. So if it is in like a shareholders meeting or an earnings call, then it is true. If it's a
Put it
tweet,
out.
then it's a
It's
lie.
it's a new Rockstar's tweet.
Yeah. Well, is New
Yeah.
Rockstar's going to cover GTA? Probably, I guess. They're mostly a movie place, but GTA is huge, so they probably will. I hate to be an asshole, even though I've always been one.
Oh, yeah. I
I'm.
know.
I'm.
I know.
All right. Okay. So, calm down. um, I am reaching a point where I hate to say it, but I do kind of want Grand Theft Auto to fail. It is reaching a point where the hubris has hit a fucking level. They're charging people to watch the trailer.
Yeah.
They're saying they expect $8 billion. They're
Mhm.
spending $4 billion. They spent more money on this fucker than they spent on the goddamn Hubble Space Telescope by like twofold. I, there has to be a point where it's so big it cannot succeed. Too big to fail isn't real. That's not realistic. There's no way. There's no way. Especially
Yeah.
with it not launching with like GTA Online and like a shit zillion microtransactions that could maybe make up some of that 8 billion from dumbasses who will spend $100 on a pair of fake shoes for their guy, right?
Mm.
It's not launching with any of that, and it seemingly won't have it by the end of the year, I think, because it's launching in November. Granted, they're probably talking the fiscal year, so it'll run through, what is that, February? But even then, I just don't see it. I just really don't see that happening. Especially
We're
with
gonna
all the
see.
hate that's being shot at it right now for its being all digital. And for all of the normal reasons why people hate Rockstar, like how they treat women extremely badly, allegedly.
Listen, people are gonna do what people do, and they're gonna buy this game.
Oh, yes.
But are they gonna buy it enough that it gets $8 billion? That's the benchmark that they have set now.
That's what they're saying
Where
it needs to make. Here's my bold prediction. It's going to come out. It's going to have a bunch of issues. Like I don't think it's going to
yeah,
be a perfect game by any stretch
that's
at launch. A lot of
not
people won't care
uncommon
and
for
will
massive games, though.
no, for sure. It'll have big problems, but that's expected. I think they will glaze it. They will say that it's
Oh,
they that 2K, not well, probably reviewers too, but I'm talking about 2K or Take Two. They will glaze it. They'll say it's doing really well. They're super proud of it, and then in like January, February, they'll lay off 1,000 people.
yeah,
Yeah,
sounds about right.
yeah. This is my prediction. My bold, but maybe not actually prediction is they will say that it's doing really well until they prove that it didn't by laying off a zillion people.
I hope they don't lay off 1,000 people.
Yeah, I don't know that that
I don't
number is
want that.
realistic, but it will probably be a pretty high number.
Mm,
Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening with that.
mm.
And speaking of things that we'll definitely be seeing when it comes out, we have some interesting news about the upcoming Legend of Zelda movie. Apparently, Sam Neill, best known probably for Jurassic Park, who recently passed, God rest
Yeah.
his soul, R.I.P. a king.
What? Not best known for Event Horizon?
No,
Okay.
people like Event Horizon, but Jurassic Park is Jurassic Park.
No, mine was a joke.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Jurassic Park is the one.
Okay. He was also in The Tudors, for whatever that's worth. Anyway, apparently it's the last movie that he filmed, or the last movie that he was in that's going to come out. So this raises a number of questions. Number one, I don't think we knew he was in it. Who do we think he's going to play? And number two, that's pretty cool. I think it's cool that he's going to be in this. All we seemingly know about this is that based on costumes, people are saying that it's probably going to be at least vaguely Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild related. So that might help narrow down the possible characters he could play. But who in the world of Zelda would you even make Sam Neill?
Off the top of my head, the first thing that I could think of is Zelda's father, the king.
Sure. Yeah, I could see that.
He could play just any number of villagers in just a random. He could be the guy that gives Link his horse, Epona. I don't know.
Sure. Sure.
He could be anybody, but like if you were like to pick, like he's gonna play a named Zelda character, then I'm like, oh, he could be the king. Yeah.
He should play the bird guy who plays the accordion.
Cass,
Sure.
we like Cass. Cass gonna be in this? I don't know.
Oh, fuck, probably not. It feels like that's kind of a weird poll for a movie that may or may not even be about Breath of the Wild. What do you
Uh,
even necessarily want this movie to be? Maybe that's a bigger question here. Is like, do you have any hopes or aspirations for this movie? You who are a much bigger Zelda fan than me?
I'm a pretty big lover of the Legend of Zelda series. I gotta say, especially the 3D games would be more my wheelhouse than the 2D ones. Although I don't disrespect the 2D ones, I gotta cover all my bases so we don't get yelled at.
Yeah. Well, for context, Skyler's actually such a big fan of The Legend of Zelda that he has the Triforce tattooed, uh, the top triangle as a tramp stamp, and then the other two, one on each butt cheek.
You know, for years I've contemplated not getting that, but an actual Legend of Zelda tattoo. But then friend of the show Steven got basically the same thing I would have gotten, but in a different spot. And now I'm like, oh, I can't get that now.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, you could.
But
It's your
I
body.
could. I don't know. I I did recently think I'm like, ooh, I know what my first tattoo could be. It'd be really cool.
Can I tell you the stupidest thing about why I have put off getting tattoos? Is
Because you're
because
afraid of the permanence, not the pain.
no, because they
Because
got
that's
lasers
me.
now.
The permanence kind of scares me.
They got lasers. You can blast that shit off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So not so much. For me, it could potentially get in the way of a different dream of mine, which is when people are on Survivor and they have tattoos that have like branding on it, they have to wear these big brown like bandages over them the whole time, and it feels like it'd be such a pain in the ass. And most of the tattoos that I would
Uh,
want would be, a recognizable brand thing.
I'll just say it. We were talking about Mass Effect earlier. It would be really cool to get the Normandy on my inner forearm.
You should get the N7 red stripe all the way down your arm.
See, I'm not gonna do that.
Why? Come on.
I did originally think about just like the N7 logo on my shoulder,
Mm,
but I saw some dudes that had just like the Normandy like picture from the top down, and I'm like, that looks really cool with the engine exhaust coming out the back to look like it's propelling forward.
right.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
This isn't the answer to your question
It's
about
not
the
at
Legend of
all.
Zelda
No, it's not
movie.
even. It's a different video game.
I was just sharing, something about me.
Yeah.
Uh,
And we're glad you did.
I want this movie to be good.
Sure.
I guess is that an answer? Not really.
No, but it's, I mean, I think that's kind of expected, but it's worth saying.
I they're going for Breath of the Wild aesthetic because that's the most recent and most popular version.
Currently, yeah, for sure.
And I think I would want them to try to blend story because it doesn't need to copy any specific story from any specific game. Like nobody needs that. There's been enough interpretations and stories from Zelda that you
Yeah,
could just do whatever. And as long as it, follows the basic path of Link does stuff and then fights the bad guy at the end.
who's
This time
probably
being
Ganon.
Ganon, of
Yeah.
course. It's Ganon's cast.
Oh,
I
is
just
he?
looked this
Yeah,
up.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Ganondorf specifically, because Ganon is the demon and Ganondorf is the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I would want him to like explore through a dungeon and shoot things with a bow and arrow and kill a monster with a sword. I
Uh,
you know, that's it. What you would think that this would be a hard one to get wrong in a way. There's so many different paths you could take and people would be okay with it.
yeah. Yes and no. I feel like people have very strong opinions about Zelda, where
Of
like
course.
there are certain things that if they do, and they should, like, characters are gonna need to fucking talk in this movie, and
Yeah, that's
most
true.
characters don't really talk in Zelda.
That
They've got the text boxes.
one specifically, like barely, he doesn't. He famously doesn't,
Link does
unless it's
not.
the cartoon.
Yeah, Link does not talk. And if he talked in the
Uh,
movie, I would be okay with that, and a lot of
yeah,
people would not.
there's gonna be I wanna have faith in humanity and say not a lot of people, but there will be.
The number of people who were screaming, crying, throwing up, shoving remotes up their ass when Master Chief took his fucking helmet off in Halo was out of the fucking realm of reality. When there is no canonical reason why he shouldn't take the helmet off. He just didn't in the games. There's no
That's
reason.
true. That's true. That's true. I also didn't like that show though,
No, it's a
but
bad
not for
show.
that reason.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it's
mean,
a
it's a
bad
bad
show.
show. It's unrelated, but
Um,
yes.
um, as long as we're talking about the Zelda movie, been watching House of the Dragon, and the kid that is gonna play Link is in it.
Oh, who is he?
He's the oh god, what's his name? He's the new little would-be king
Oh,
that
the
the
one who's
high
hanging out with
towers
the guy who
are.
can't take smells?
The Yeah, that's right. He can't take smells, and they like either dyed his hair or he just has brown hair. I don't know why, but that's him. That's Link.
Huh.
Darren Targaryen. I just
I
found out. Yes.
I'm like 2 episodes behind on that, so I haven't seen him do much, but he's probably fine, I imagine.
Did you see him pick up a sword yet?
I saw him stab a guy.
Yeah. So there you go. That's all he's got to do, right?
No, because when he did it, he didn't go, yeah.
Well, he's practiced.
Hopefully, I didn't blast my microphone doing that. I turned fully away.
Yeah, you could tell.
Okay,
I could
good.
tell you turned away.
Okay, good. My hope for this movie is
Mhm.
that it is a movie that is serious enough in tone that it doesn't feel like a cartoon, but
Yeah.
doesn't take itself so seriously that you couldn't like put the classic sound effects into it and have it feel out of place. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I
Yeah.
want him to be able to open a chest and have it go like do 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 do. Like I want some of this shit played in like tasteful ways. You know what I mean? But I don't want him to pull something out of the chest and have it fucking slowly rotate above his head. I want that
Yeah.
middle ground to be
Yeah, of
balanced in a way
course.
that feels good.
I'll take this time to remind the class that the director of this film, Wes Ball, he did the Maze Runner trilogy and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, the most recent Planet of
Yeah.
the Apes movie, which I really like. That Planet of the Apes movie, I think it's really good,
Yeah.
and I also don't dislike the Maze Runner movies. I think the first one is good, and the second one is fine, and the third one is the end, which is
This is the end.
good. It was good. They're good. I would say that they're probably one of the most solidly made YA movie adaptations, right? Behind Hunger Games, probably.
And I want to take this time to let everybody know that if your West Ball hangs lower than
Mhm.
your East Ball, that's totally normal.
Mhm.
It's actually
Mhm.
a thing that most people have be true. So don't feel
You were letting
self-conscious.
you were letting that one bake in the oven for like 3 minutes.
It was painful, but I didn't want to cut you off. But I had
It's
that
okay.
brewing in me.
I
Speaking of
want
things, oh, sorry.
I want Link to go into a dungeon and get a weapon and then fight a big spider.
You don't want a spider in this movie. You specifically.
Well, okay, you got me. I want him to fight a Goma, but I didn't think you
Okay.
would know what that is.
Me?
Yeah.
I've played a Zelda.
What's a Goma then?
It's a spider.
You liar!
It's a spider with one big eyeball on his back.
You lie!
Is that
You
not?
ain't nothing but a lie. You
Is
never
that?
played no Zelda.
I've played. I've finished 2, and I've played 4.
All right, Mister I know Zelda. What's Link's last name?
Khan. His name is Lincoln. He's gonna set us all free.
I would have accepted Kara.
Linkara. Fuck. That's good. You're better than me at this. Well, hey, speaking of people being cast who you may not remember, we have our Cyclops officially cast, I believe, unless it's. I'm
I
pretty sure it's
remember
official.
Cyclops. He's an X-Men.
He's one of those X-Men guys, or the one guy from
And
the Odyssey who got
he's
shot
in
that
the
time.
Odyssey. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the upcoming MCU movies, presumably not until after Secret Wars, once we get like proper X-Men stuff. Cyclops, Scott Summers, the adulterer himself, will be played by none other than Kit Connors. Now, you may be asking, what the fuck is Kit Connor? And you're not wrong to ask that. He hasn't done a lot, which is probably why they cast him, because he's apparently very talented, but definitely cheap. You know what I mean? You're not paying him too much. He's definitely a less of a name than Sadie Sink. We'll put it that way. He is
Yeah.
best known for a movie called Heartstopper, which I didn't watch, in which he is in a relationship with a guy, and I didn't watch. I read the description, and it seems like maybe he's not gay, and he has to like, I don't know. I don't know if the plot is that he turns out that he is gay, but he didn't know, or if he has to like let the other guy who is Wiccan from the MCU also down. I don't know what that movie
Mm.
is. It's the thing he's best known for. I scrolled through the rest of his filmography, and there's really nothing else in there like particularly worth talking about. So
He's in a movie that I watched called Warfare from last year.
is he big in it?
No, I actually don't remember him specifically because it has a lot of. It's one of those movies where it's like a whole bunch of names on one team of soldiers. Like Will Poulter's in it, Joseph Quinn's
Oh,
in it,
sure.
Michael Gandolfini's in it.
Right. Michael Gandolfini from Daredevil?
Yeah, yes, the son of James, who was Tony Soprano. Also, Michael also played Tony Soprano in that movie that was like young Tony Soprano, but it
Well,
wasn't about Tony Soprano, so he wasn't in it as much as the other guy.
not to be rude, but he plays a soldier?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
Is he a good soldier?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna take that as no, because if he did some cool shit, you would remember. Anyway, I don't know anything about the guy, so I really can't comment on whether or not he's a good actor. He probably is. They're pretty good at casting in the MCU, so I believe that he's probably pretty damn solid. So
Mhm.
unfortunately, all I have go on is his look. And yeah, man, he looks the part. Like he definitely looks like a Cyclops. If you ever want to look at an actor and be like, is
Well,
that going to make a good Cyclops? What you do is you just cover up the
hang,
top third of his head.
hang on. I wouldn't look at any man with two eyes and say he looks like a Cyclops.
Well,
But I would say you put shades on him, he looks like Scott Summers.
for sure, he definitely looks the part. He kind of looks like the guy that Central Casting would put to be like some douchebag you meet at a party, which does kind of fit Scott Summers. So that's fucking crushed it, frankly.
Known Scott Summers hater.
Yeah. Well, he's a bad guy. He's a bad man.
Hey, this guy's gonna be in the Elden Ring movie.
Is he playing the poop eater?
I don't think we have anybody confirmed to be playing the loathsome dung eater. But
Several
Nick
people watching this
Offerman's gonna
podcast.
be in the Elden Ring movie?
I don't know how he got onto the Elden Ring movie, but yeah, I guess sure. Is he the poop eater?
Are they it looks like they're just combining a whole bunch of names that have worked with Alex Garland before because he's directing.
Oh, okay.
But these have to be confirmed. Wikipedia wouldn't lie to me.
The only thing that I want to say about this guy as Scott, real fast,
Uh-huh.
is this is maybe one of the only scenarios in which I've seen a guy and be like, he might actually be a little too buff to be the character that he's supposed to be playing. Because when I think of Scott, I think of him as like kind of a leaner, like lankier kind of guy. And this Kit Connors guy, bro, is stacked. Like he looks like he knows, like he looks like he unironically talks about macros on a daily basis. You know what I mean?
We've entered the Marvel Rivals era of our superheroes. Everyone's got to be beefy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think a good example of that is Spider-Man in this new movie. Because god damn, Tom Holland got swole for this one.
Bro got
He's
wide.
thick.
I mean,
Thickums.
I think we're gonna have time to talk about it a little bit at the end here, but yeah, bro got wide.
Widened. Good for him.
Way to go, and good for Yelena. You know what I'm saying?
I love Yelena. I think I said the other day to someone, probably a brar, I was like, I think Yelena might be one of the best things to come out of the new saga, right? Ever post game.
Yeah. To
I
no
think
credit of anyone working at the Marvel side of things, it is entirely on the back of Florence Pugh.
100%,
100%. I will give
112% even.
zero credit to anybody working for Marvel Disney. She did that shit on herself.
Florence Pugh, we stand. All
For
right,
sure.
good job. Thank you.
Yeah. She's gonna be on that reality show with Bear Grylls.
What are they gonna do?
They just go out into the woods and don't die. Try not to die.
Oh,
Yeah.
does he take different people or just her?
It's gonna be just her for this one, but it's
Oh
like
wow.
it's called like Running Wild with Bear Grylls. He does it with all kinds of celebrities. I've never really watched it, but I might watch her episode.
All right.
Anyway, speaking of Brand New Day, the
Mm-hmm.
director of Brand New Day, Destin Daniel Cretton, whose name I
That's
definitely
right.
knew before we started filming this,
That's right. Of course you did, because you're professional.
because I'm a professional and very good at my job that I don't get paid for.
Mm-hmm.
We now know what his next movie is going to be, and it's interesting.
Mm,
He is
what a
working on
twist! I
a
think we did know this
we
beforehand,
probably
but
did, but did anyone care until he turned out to be really good at his job? Who knows?
I did a little bit.
He is working on the next live action anime movie and adaptation of none other than Naruto Uzumaki.
That's crazy.
Who, you know, in terms of anime characters most similar to Spider-Man, has got to be top 10.
Wait, hang on. What do you mean by similar to Spider-Man?
He's
Just like,
a he's a young man fighting with his demons. He's
hmm.
always sad while everyone else around him is happy. He has to be
Oh,
sad
you're
so that everyone else
you're
can be
right.
happy.
He starts the story completely alone. He's got no parents. All of the school children are like, "Look at that guy. He has no parents. What an idiot." And then the Hokage, the leader of the village, just allows that to be the case,
Uh-huh.
even though he knows why that's the case and how he has the power to help little Naruto and decides to the third Hokage, dude.
Dude
Fuck
sucks.
this guy.
Bro sucks.
I'm glad he gets spoilers. No, I won't say it.
No, it's fine.
But I'm glad that what happens happens. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that dude. His power is largely based on an animal that is inhabiting his body to some degree.
They say it fairly early on, so it's not like withheld. But the nine-tailed fox
Yeah, I
is
think
the
that's
thing.
like the log line. Dude's got a demon
That
in him.
should be back of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not a spoiler. If that's a spoiler, I'm sorry.
He's
I
a
think.
ninja.
Do I think that this movie for sure will be good? No.
No, there's no reason to ever assume that a live action anime adaptation should ever
No.
be good. Which goes against kind of what we were saying, like, oh, I hope Zelda's good, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I think that is kind
Not
of
an
in the
anime.
same ballpark. Although apparently, I mean, I haven't watched any of them, but apparently those other Nintendo movies have been good, the Mario ones, and well, I guess I did watch Detective Pikachu. I don't know if people are counting that when they talk about the new wave of like Nintendo movies, but that one was
I
decent.
would, but I liked that more than I think our friends did. Our friends
It was
didn't care for it.
it was okay to good.
It's
It
solid.
wasn't.
It's a
Yeah,
solid, cute little movie. It's fine.
there's nothing about it that I'm gonna go home raving about, but I didn't dislike
There's
my
that
time with it.
there's the part with the big torteras. That's fun.
That's yeah.
We like torteras. I
Yeah.
like when I see the Pokemons I know on screen. I clapped. I clapped when I saw it.
There was a Mr. Mime. I hated him.
Oh yeah, he was gross.
He's always gross
He
though.
was gross.
That was
We
accurate.
don't like we don't like
That was
that.
biblically accurate, Mr. Mime.
Yeah.
Uh, I really not a huge Naruto guy. I didn't watch a ton of it. I do think there's a lot of potential that this director could turn this good, but
Uh-huh.
even though Brand New Day, really, really good movie, I look at the
Yeah.
rest of his track record and it's good, but it's not like, oh, everything he touches turns to gold. You know what I mean? So I think depending on what kind of assistance he gets from the studio, what kind of budget he gets for
Uh-huh.
this,
Uh-huh.
I just want to say like I don't take, oh, guy who made this one really great movie is making this thing about an IP that I like.
Hmm.
We stay winning 10 out of 10. Just like don't get your hopes up too high. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we live in a post live action One Piece world.
Right.
So the road is paved.
Could
You can
happen.
see that it can be done.
And I feel like Naruto, this might be talking out my ass, feel like Naruto is one that would be relatively easy to do. It's just ninjas doing cool shit.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about like really complicated magic systems. I know there's like chakra, but like, if you're starting at the beginning, all they're really doing is like fucking throwing shurikens and doing shadow clone shit.
It is weird that it's a movie though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
but I
like
kind of prefer that for this, I think.
you have to where's the stopping point? Where do we
That's
start
a
and where
good
do we
point.
stop?
Oh, I would say we stop at
Sasuke in a barrel.
Zabuza.
What? No way. We've barely done anything.
Yeah.
That's like the first big arc.
Yeah. It's one movie.
That's mad
We
lad.
got 2 hours. You want us to get the fucking Genin exams in there too?
The Chunin exam.
I don't know. I didn't watch the show.
Well, I will say the Chunin exams is where the show gets good. So if they wanted to skip straight to that,
I think we do him getting bullied, all the bullshit at the beginning, and we end at the tail end of the Zabuza situation, and that's it. I think that's the movie.
all right. Hold up. I think for the sake of a feature-length narrative, we're just doing the story. We start with, yes, He's a little baby and shit happened and he's got no parents and now he's a little boy and people are mean to him, blah blah blah. The Hokage's not helping at all. Fuck this guy. And they basically boil down to the tuning exams are coming up. You have to this is the next step of becoming a ninja. You have to prove yourself in the tuning exams. We form the team, Naruto, Sakura, Sasuke. We send them out to do stuff in the tuning exams. I think like the second act on is the tuning exams, not unlike the Hunger Games. I think the final act of the movie is we pass the exams, and then we got this happening on the side. We got that pedophile. You can censor that if you have to.
No, I think it's fine.
Orochimaru
Yeah.
doing this bad shit, and then he sets up for I don't know, because by the time that you get Sasuke turning to the whatever, does he even play into it?
I just think that that's so much content to try and get through in 2 hours.
Well, you have to skip Zabuza is what I'm saying, which people are gonna be
No,
mad about.
you
But
can't
like,
skip Zabuza. He's like
don't know.
the coolest guy ever.
I don't think that's true.
He's so cool. And there's that guy who I thought was a girl, but was not a girl, I don't think.
No, he was not a girl.
I don't remember. I really
And
don't.
Naruto was surprised by that too.
Good old anime. Well, whatever it is, we might find out at least casting pretty soon because he's supposedly filming it first half of next year. So we might be getting some casting on a Naruto or a Zabuza or I don't know, wherever we decide to drop in on this story by
You know
the end
what?
of the year.
I think the fact of the matter is, even after everything that you've said and I've said,
Yeah.
I'm glad it's not my problem to figure out how to make this movie.
No.
Good luck to them.
No. Hey, look,
is
man.
what I'm gonna say.
There's a couple of anime where, like, if you wanted to make a live action of it, I'm your guy. Like, I can help you figure this out. Naruto's not my wheelhouse.
I'm just like, again, gonna keep comparing things to live action One Piece because it's kind of solidified itself as the modern day gold standard for anime live action adaptation. And it's set up in a way where it's everybody watching kind of understands it's gonna go until it can't go anymore, and we're gonna see how far we can get and how many stories we can get through, and that's awesome. Great, we'll take what we can.
Mm-hmm.
Putting the Naruto thing in a movie, the question becomes how much can we do? And what comes to my mind is, remember when we were kids and there was that Series of Unfortunate Events movie with Jim Carrey in it, and they're like, we just did the first 3 books, well, that's it. Like, okay.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I mean, it's going to obviously entirely depend on whether or not the movie is successful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure they would like this to become a series.
For sure. Yeah, I'm sure on a whiteboard somewhere it says the DDC Naruto extended universe. Someone has writ some shit like that down.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
There's a bubble off to the side that says include femboy question mark.
It says, do we have him turn into the lady? Is that not what you meant?
No, I meant the Zabuza arc.
Oh.
That guy.
I thought you meant how he like is shadow cloning himself into a lady.
Do we include his sexy jutsu?
If you don't put sexy jutsu in it, I will be happy, and other people who are gross will be mad. That's where I'm at.
Okay, hang on. Let me meditate on this for a second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna both in my mind try to compute both can you and should you put the sexy jutsu in this
should
film?
is a no. Can you? Probably.
Hang on, I'm ruminating. Hang on. Okay. I think it's a no, big dog.
I'm glad that we took the time to really think about it though.
You have to cross the I's and dot the T's.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, hey, let's talk a little bit about Spider-Man and how well it's doing before we talk a little bit of a spoiler conversation here. But
I would love to do all that, yeah.
First up, we need to talk about how good it's doing. It has already crossed the $1 billion mark. Last I saw, it was at $1.16 billion I'm sure that's globally, but that's insane numbers. It is the
Hmm.
best opening weekend in the United States of all time. Globally, it's number 2, only behind Endgame. Not sure what market, because it's the biggest one in the U.S. So we liked it, I guess, more than Endgame. Some other market somewhere else did not. So I want to know what country hates Spider-Man. That's what I'm getting at. And more to the point, between this, The Odyssey, and Toy Story 5, this previous weekend was the best weekend in theater history, monetarily
Hmm.
speaking.
Hmm.
So if you have some all digital chud coming up to you and being like, movie theaters are dead, kick him in the balls.
This is officially, objectively not true.
Could not be less true. In December, Doomsday and Dune are going to come out, and it's also going to do fucking numbers, dog.
Man, the crowds for Spider-Man alone has made me feel genuine concern for how I'm gonna see both of those movies.
Yeah. I still haven't been able to see The Odyssey, and I've genuinely tried.
That's oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, not really a whole lot to say about that. It's doing extremely well, and it fucking deserves it. It's a really good movie. Apparently, The Odyssey's really good. Don't know shit all about Toy Story 5. Sure, it's good. Um, but we love to see movie theaters doing
Uh-huh.
well. As a former
Uh-huh.
movie theater employee, I am, of course, biased.
And of course, it's across all different, like, Toy Story is getting the kids.
Sure. Spider-Man probably does that a little bit,
Odyssey
but yeah.
Odyssey is getting the movie snob, and Spider-Man's appealing to everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's the first time in a while that, like, I've got multiple different people be like, "Oh, yeah, we went and saw Spider-Man." Coworkers are like, "Oh, did you see Spider-Man yet?" It's getting everyone.
There's a 50-year-old man I work with in a cubicle, separate cubicles, who was talking to a different 50-year-old man in a different cubicle about that movie. And he was talking to him about which previous Marvel movies he needed to see it. And he was like, kind of just the last one. Kind of just honestly, just Spider-Man,
Just
this time
the
3
previous
Spider-Mans.
previous Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah. And I was sitting there in my cube being like, we made it.
We did it.
We did it.
We used to dream about times like these.
Yeah. DDC brought it home.
That's right. He did. He did bring it home.
That's my guy. Look, Nolan got the ball rolling, and whoever the fuck did Toy Story 5, I guess. But DDC, he knocked that one out the park. Babe Ruth
Mhm.
pointed at the fucking stands and crushed that
His
dude.
his Marvel track record, I'm gonna say, is pretty fucking good.
It
He
can't be
did
that
sh-
good. Wonder Man got canceled. I don't know what to tell you.
he did Shang-Chi, which I enjoy quite a bit. I
It's
think
good,
it's very
for
solid.
sure.
He did Wonder Man, which got canned after the one season, but I still think that show is one of the better shows Marvel's put out in a while that I've watched, because I
Mhm.
didn't watch a handful of them. And then this Spider-Man movie is out of the park.
It's a top 10 Marvel movie for me. Like, I ranked it, I think, at number 5 or 6 on Letterboxd. I'd have to open it up to double check, but
Mhm.
really, really high. Do you think, bringing up his previous Marvel track record, do you think that one of the reasons why, one of the things I like the most about this movie, and we'll get into, not spoilers yet, but we'll talk about the movie a little bit as part of this.
Mhm.
One of the things that I think is the most impressive about this, how much this just looks like a movie. They said this on, I'm stealing this line a little bit from Red Letter Media because I didn't really like have the words for it until they said it and I listened to their
Oh,
review.
I didn't watch the
Um,
review yet.
they,
Yeah.
they liked it. Spoilers.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
but
Love to hear that.
one of the things that they said is that it looks like a movie. It doesn't look like a Marvel movie where everything's green screen. And I
Yeah.
agree. And I didn't even like really, because I'm not a big like film buff like you. So I don't
Maybe
have
blessed.
the like I don't have that like I I just don't have the knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's but I still recognized it to some extent. I was like, this looks way better than most Marvel movies, and it turns out a lot of that, unsurprisingly, is because it's shot on real sets with real people. A lot of the stunts are
Mhm.
practical, the effects are practical
Mhm.
where they can be. Obviously, the Hulk is not a practical guy.
Mm. No, he was.
Um,
They made him.
they made a
Christopher
real
Nolan
made
came
a
in and
real Hulk.
Christopher Nolan came in and made him.
Yeah, they were like, here he is. They got those same giants from the Odyssey, and they just painted one
Yeah.
green. And they're like, there he
Yeah,
is.
that's right.
There's our
That's
guy.
right.
Do you think that part of that is because the one consistent detraction from Shang-Chi was how bad the effects looked?
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, so Shang-Chi was successful enough that Marvel, I don't know if you remember this, Destin Daniel Cretton was originally the slated director to do Kang Dynasty, right? What is now becoming Doomsday was supposed to be a DDC movie. And then he walked from it, or they parted from it with him due to creative differences. He said, "I didn't feel I was a creative fit." Now, I think what that means is like they wanted me to do this, and I thought it was lame, so I didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's what Marvel does. They're like, you are director, but we make the movie. That's a
Right.
lot of what the Marvel property is. Luckily, he got kind of reassigned to Spider-Man, and I don't know clearly. Maybe because it's a half Marvel, half Sony thing, that he
Yeah.
like fell right in the crack and got to play both sides and actually direct the fucking movie. I don't know.
Yeah, man, I don't know. If he only got to do this movie because the Kang shit fell apart,
That's a win.
then I'm thrilled the Kang shit fell apart. Cause I was not
Yeah.
feeling the Kang shit. I don't think there was gonna be a you know, whatever Avengers Secret War Part 1 was gonna be before it was Doomsday. I don't
Mhm.
think that movie was gonna be as good as this movie. Guaranteed. No way. No
Yeah,
shot.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm glad they dropped what's his dick?
Oh, Jonathan Majors, who
Jonathan Majors.
today, as of recording, put out a trailer for some racist fucking movie. I
Is that
don't
the
know.
one I saw?
I
I
didn't
didn't
watch.
watch. Yeah, I didn't watch the trailer because I don't really
I
care
did
that
not
much.
watch the trailer because I
Um,
got the gist of it.
from the thumbnail.
Friend of Brar sent it to us and said Jonathan Majors is back with the most racist movie of all time, and
Honestly,
it's
coming from a
Jonathan Majors.
brar, that's
It
hard.
it
That's
looks like an
hard
It
negative.
looks like an AI picture of Jonathan
It
Majors
does.
too,
Is this the same movie where
holding a
they
gun.
like went through the window and someone got fucked up? Same movie,
Oh, it must be.
right?
This must be it. Yeah. It's called Run, Hide, Fight, Infidels.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a movie I'm gonna watch. Even just the
No,
title.
no,
You could have told me
no,
nothing else about the title,
no,
and I would have told you, don't
no,
think I'm interested.
no,
Once you start
no,
throwing
no.
around the word infidel into a
Uh-uh.
movie title, I think I'm all right. I think I'm okay not doing that one.
That's fine.
Hey, dog,
Anyways,
I'm good.
anyways,
Yeah.
what's not racist is the Spider-Man movie.
No, it's really good. God damn, it's good. You want? We'll get into a little bit of spoilers here. I don't want to go too long on it because we're already at about an hour and a half. So let's give it like
Yeah,
roughly 10 minutes.
sure.
But here's the spoiler warning, guys. If you don't want to hear spoilers
Mm-hmm.
about this movie, uh,
Mm-hmm.
get out now. Here's your
Mm-hmm.
time. Here's the one big spoiler. I'm just gonna throw it out immediately because it's the thing that I think most people want to talk about.
Not even a spoiler at this
Yeah,
point.
I don't know that it even really counts because everyone fucking knew already. Yes, Sadie Sink is in fact Jean Grey. Now,
Mm-hmm.
when we were talking about this last week, and I said I think it's kind of a bad take of the character. What I meant
Mm-hmm.
was it's literally
Mm-hmm.
a take in which the character is bad,
I see.
which is a kind of a crazy take. I here's my thing. I love Jean Grey in this movie. It raises a lot of questions, I think, about who she is as a person because she does some frankly kind of unforgivable shit in this movie. Like really bad
Yeah.
shit that we don't really focus on. So I do feel like in later movies they're just gonna be like, she's the hero now. But like she brain controls a guy and throws him in front of a car. Just
That
some
was the
old
one.
guy.
That was the one where I was like, is that guy okay? Is he dead now? Did Jean Grey just kill that man? Oh, we don't go back. We don't know. I think Jean Grey just killed
I
that
think he
man.
killed that or she killed that man. I'm pretty sure.
Um that was definitely, I mean, she does a lot more questionable shit too.
There's the
Like
bit with there's the kiss. That's definitely
yeah,
questionable. That's
yeah.
it's not on the people are comparing it to the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman 84 thing. I don't think it's as bad, but it's bad. It's definitely bad.
yeah, she is definitely a bad guy
She
in
is
this movie.
she is the villain of the movie.
Yeah, and I part of me feels weird about that,
It's
truly.
it's weird.
It's probably, to be honest, my least favorite aspect of the film.
If you told me the individual pieces of this movie, and from example, a lot of the ones that we got beforehand, I was already not happy about. If you told me the
Mm,
couple of other things about, yes, that's Jean Grey, yes, she's the villain, every single one of those things on paper would have come across to me as a definite negative. Definitely,
mhm,
definitely bad. And then they
mhm,
just fucking pulled it off. Like Hulk in this, Punisher in this, walking into it, I was like, I don't need these fucking guys. Both of them do a really good job in this movie. They both roll. This is the way that a shared universe should be done, where these characters are in it, but they're not just in it. They have a reason to be there. They make sense. Like
yeah.
they forward the plot in their own way. The only one that you could argue maybe doesn't is Yelena, and she's in it for like a second. So it's fine.
Yeah, Yelena being in it as a surprise made me be sad that the Hulk being in it wasn't a surprise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I understand
Yeah.
that they're like, well, we got to say the Hulk's in it, so because then people want to see it more. Maybe they'll see it more if they know that Spider-Man's gonna fight the Hulk. Sure, and I'm not mad that John Bernthal's in all the because he was a big chunk of the movie.
He's an important character.
He's an important character in the film. I'm cool with that. But like, if Hulk showed up as like a little like, oh, you think that's a cameo, and then it's a surprise set piece that Spider-Man has to fight the Hulk, that would have been crazy. That would have been huge.
Mhm. But
But that's not what we
did
did
you
because we had this.
see what I meant when I was talking about it last week or whatever, where I was like, the movie me and you wanted
Uh huh.
was the montage at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, of course.
That was the movie we wanted. And look, what they gave us is the best fucking possible version of the movie we didn't want. So I'm
That's
not
true.
mad about it at
That's
all.
true. I I'm also annoyed. The marketing for this movie annoys me
Yes,
more than
I agree.
anything in the movie itself. Because again, that little montage of and everyone going in knew it was going to be a montage because we only saw the one shot of the boomerang. We only saw one shot of the tarantula guy. We only
Tombstone,
saw
etc.
one shot. I don't even think we saw shots of Tombstone
There was one that came that I had
until
seen
the
before the
movie.
movie.
Um but it's like uh, again, if you didn't put that in the trailer, which you only put that in the trailer to hope to trick some people,
Right.
if you didn't put that in, that would have been a cute little highlight of like, oh my god, they put all these little C-list villains in a little montage. How fun is that?
Yeah.
Uh, like like I'm gonna use as an example in Deadpool 2 when he puts together the X-Force team. I think they had advertised like Terry Crews and they advertised Domino, of course, but they didn't
Sure.
show like, hey, look, Shatterstar's in the movie.
Wasn't there
they
some
they
joke about, I forget what actor it was, but the one who ended up being invisible? I remember that being a joke
that was
beforehand.
I don't remember it being a joke beforehand, but the joke in the movie was that it's Brad Pitt. You see him for like half a second.
Right. I feel like that was a joke somewhere beforehand, and I don't remember. It was probably maybe it was something that like Ryan Reynolds said off topic at some point. I don't
Very
fucking know.
possibly
Yeah,
because viral marketing is uh very forgettable sometimes.
it's definitely true. Yeah.
But yeah, the we had preached going in. We're like, all we want is a grounded level Spider-Man movie. We didn't think we were gonna get that,
Hmm.
yet we kind of did.
We kind of did. The plot on paper is not. You got a psychic brain controlling people, and then she does a super magic bubble that like takes over Manhattan. Like
Hmm.
that's not ground level. But then you look at how much of the movie is spent with him interacting with the people of New York.
Hmm.
You get his relationship with the cop from The Bear. You
Oh,
get
I loved that
his,
whole
oh, it's
aspect
so
of the
good.
film.
So good.
Yeah.
You get him interacting with Ned and MJ who
Hmm.
don't know him, but he does like, and also I think the way they handled that was really good. Um, I am of course disappointed that we're not getting, I wanted like, oh, we're introducing like a Gwen Stacy or a Harry Osborn, that's what I wanted. but again, they handled it in such a good way, doing it the way I didn't want it, that I can't be mad about it. So, fuck me, I guess. But yeah, so they handle that really well. And it all builds up to these people, at the end at the hospital, and you're like, this is perfect. Y'all fucking crushed this. You absolutely nailed this.
Mhm.
This is something that I think has been missing, not just from Spider-Man for a long time, but from the MCU for a long time,
Mhm.
is letting us like directly see the impact that the people have, that the heroes have on
On the people.
the people that they are
Yeah.
actually protecting. It's always been this like big, heady, we're going off to fucking space and we're gonna fight a laser beam and all this shit. You get it, with the Netflix shows and Daredevil Born
Mhm.
Again to some extent, although
Mhm.
not as good as this, but still good. This has been a thing that has been missing for a really long time. We have not had this feel this good since like you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us, or like the train
That's right.
scene. You know what I mean? Like the Tobey Maguire shit. They brought
Mhm.
that, which I think is for me the best part of the Tobey Maguire movies, and they were like, we're just gonna do that again, basically, but
Mhm.
like different. Obviously, it's not literally the same scene, but it's the idea, and they nail that, and I think that that's such an important thing, especially for the character of Spider-Man. But I actually think that sort of thing should be important for any superhero who has a particular like beat. If
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
Batman in Gotham, if you're Spider-Man in New York, if you're Superman in Metropolis, yes, but Green Lantern maybe not so much. He's all over the fucking place. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
but if you are, I am this hero and this is my city and I'm protecting. You should have scenes like this in that movie. Frankly, I look at this movie and I'm like, I am so pissed that we just cannot get this shit on the DC side of things.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Batman got us really close. I think the end of the Batman. I love the
Mhm.
Batman. I actually still think the Batman is probably a better movie than Spider-Man Brand New Day. But
Mhm.
that's like really the first time that I can even think of having that moment of like showing the people reacting to Batman in the way that they do. Right? Of the that scene where he's walking with the fucking flare in the water.
Yes.
Cinema.
Yeah. Of course. Absolutely.
Right? I look at this and I'm like, I this is from what I've seen, DDC's like best work yet. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. I liked his other stuff. I didn't watch Wonder Man. But if he can, if he takes this ball and runs with it, and he's just like, I'm gonna take the lessons I learned with this, and I'm gonna take it into, I guess, fucking Naruto, and
Mm.
or whatever else, and he
Mm.
can continue doing things that are on this level with IPs that people care about. Give him
Mhm.
fucking everything. Put him in charge of the Teen Titans movie. Put him in charge of the fucking. Put that
Ooh.
man on every fucking thing.
James, you paying attention? You're gonna poach DDC.
If he's good, get him. That's
I
all I'm
just dropped my
saying.
phone. I don't know if you heard that.
Although I do want to know, I do also want to extend this same thing to obviously whoever wrote the bitch, because I don't think DDC wrote it. I don't know.
Let me double check on that.
Whoever is the writer also deserves a lot of fucking credit, and that person needs to be on more things, because being able to correctly weave in a Punisher and a Hulk and like all these other characters in a way that makes sense and feels good, that person should be tapped for like every Marvel project going forward, to at least read through the script and be like, does this suck? He doesn't have to write it, but he should look at it and be like, hey, we threw this
So
character in. Does it make sense?
here's the craziest thing,
Yeah.
right? The writers for this film, Chris McKenna and Eric Sommers, they are the same two writers that wrote the previous three.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the writing in the previous three, not bad by any stretch. I think Homecoming's really good. And I actually, no, they're all good. Two, maybe a little weaker, but they're all good.
Home. Here's what I'll always say: Homecoming is solid.
Yeah.
The Far From Home is the weakest one. No Way Home, I love, and as I said last time, for all the wrong reasons.
Okay, but I do still think that the writing in it is really good. Their
Oh,
ability to pay off things
yeah,
from movies that they didn't even fucking make is
yeah, of course,
really fucking
of course,
impressive.
of course, and the emotional beat that Peter goes through in that movie,
Really good.
Peter one specifically, I should say,
Peter, Tom Peter.
our Peter, Peter Tingle.
What's his
Um,
name in Odyssey? Temecula or whatever the fuck?
Temecula, yeah, that's right.
Peter Temecula.
But this one, I don't know. I don't know if they just approached it a little bit differently. Of like, not a kid anymore, and beefy Tom Holland proves that.
I
God, he's so beefy.
he's so beefy. He's very wide all of a sudden.
This is the first time I've seen Tom Holland in a film, The Odyssey included, right?
Yeah,
Which he's good in The Odyssey. I think he's very good in The Odyssey.
he's good
But
in
you
everything I've
see
seen him
Tom
in.
Holland, you see Tom Holland in a movie, and you're like, that's a little boy. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
he's
He's a
30,
boy.
but I know what you mean.
He's almost exactly our age,
He's
right? But you
pretty
see
close.
him
Yeah,
and you're like, he's just a little boy. Look at this little
look at
boy.
this little
He's
boy,
playing Nathan Drake. He's not Nathan Drake. He's a little baby
little
boy.
baby.
Him Spider-Man in this movie, I was like, oh, he's a man.
No, he's a man.
He's a man. That's Spider-Man.
He's a man, and I'm looking at his vicious V in this bathtub, and I'm impressed.
That really was her office. The best part
Oh my
of
god,
the whole movie.
the joke of just like, I went to see Yelena in her office, and he's like, how'd that go? Oh, my skin's great.
Fantastic.
I fucking love this movie. It's so good.
It's great. I enjoyed it so much. To cycle back to the Jean Grey thing, uh,
Yeah,
I'm willing to accept this interpretation of Jean Grey, who very much was a bad guy in this film,
right,
because she went through a tragedy and she was radicalized, right?
right.
And then Spider-Man basically walked her back off that ledge. Now going forward, she's gonna have to redeem herself and become the hero Jean Grey.
Yeah,
Uh, I'm 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 cool with that. I think she killed that guy though?
she killed that guy, and she probably killed
I
other guys. A bomb went off in that jail or whatever when
She
at the
set off a
tank.
bomb.
She
There
killed
was a
people.
point because we all knew. All right, we all knew. We said we were like, I hope it because I want it to be a Spider-Man movie. I would like it not to be Jean Grey, but we all knew going in it was Jean Grey. Even my goddamn mother was like, I heard Jean Grey's in this movie. I'm like, how did you hear that? She was like, I don't know, Facebook or something.
People
Like,
when
yeah,
I saw it pretty early. When people asked me about the movie, they didn't ask who is Sadie Sink. They said, is Sadie Sink Jean Grey? That was the
hmm
question every time.
yeah. So we all knew going in, and so the entire first half of the movie before the name is dropped, I'm like, that's Jean Grey just set off a bomb.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
we? Oh, if she's Jean Grey, she just got that guy hit by a car. She just threw MJ off a roof. All
Hmm.
right.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think radicalization is the word for the character development in this movie. She was brought to a point that she became a radical, and Spider-Man is the emotional core and heart to the whole goddamn city. And he brought her off the ledge. He brought Punisher off the ledge.
Hell, he brought me off the ledge as far as the MCU is concerned. I'm kind of back in. Honestly, this whole year for the MCU so far has been pretty fucking good from what I understand. I didn't watch Wonder Man, but apparently really good. This
What
has
else
been
has there?
good.
Hang on.
Daredevil
I,
season
did,
2, Born Again season 2.
I'm an old man. Has there been another movie yet this
I
year?
don't believe so.
Is this the first Marvel movie of the year?
I
There's
think
no way.
I think so. For as far as I'm aware, this year for the MCU has been Wonder Man season 1, Punisher Born Again, or sorry, Daredevil Born Again season 2. There was the Punisher thing that sucked, but then this. That's everything I know about.
This was the first movie of the year. Wow.
Hey.
Last movie was Fantastic Four a year ago.
And look, am I gonna like Doomsday? Probably not, but it's gonna make a shit zillion dollars. It's a good year for Marvel, and they fucking needed one.
They were in a position where, because we did the breakdown last time, so I won't do the full thing. But like, Ant-Man wasn't good. Guardians was good. Guardians was a win. Marvel's was not a win.
Yeah,
Deadpool Wolverine was
a financial win.
it was a financial win and it was fun, but it didn't have like staying power.
No,
Captain America was not a win. Thunderbolts was good, but it wasn't
a financial win.
no, it wasn't a win-win. And Fantastic Four, I think, also was good, but it wasn't a win-win. This was a win across the board
Yeah,
that they desperately needed.
granted.
Going into the Avengers.
Yeah, now and that's huge. This movie is going to increase sales for Avengers, no doubt. However,
For sure.
we also have
Mhm.
to acknowledge from the financial standpoint that a lot of this, I don't know what the breakdown is. Obviously, Marvel is not getting all this movie. This is a Sony movie also. So we have
That's
to
true,
figure,
yeah.
I don't know what the breakdown on that is. Someone
I
smarter
don't
than me,
remember.
leave a comment.
I don't
But,
remember. Nor do
you
I
know,
care at this point.
so
These
I don't give
these
a
two
fuck.
massive
Yeah.
corporations have to
Oh,
share the bag.
I don't give a fuck how much money Disney makes off this movie. Not important to me at all.
Yeah,
Movie
yeah.
good. Daniel happy.
Mhm.
If the money more, then maybe more movie like this, hopefully. But who can I even like say that to be true for sure? I don't know. Here's my thing. We got to get out of here pretty fast.
Yeah.
I've got two quick things, and then I'll let you say a little finisher here.
Closing statements, yeah.
Closing statements. Here are my two closing statements. Number one, I am fucking terrified of
Mhm.
what the next writer to grab Jean Grey is going to do with her. I
Mhm.
don't trust that somebody else writing this character and picking up from she killed a guy and like, she is this character and not the Jean Grey that we typically know is going to be able to continue that in a way that feels good. I am terrified of that. I think that's going to feel at best clumsy and at worst just fully bad.
Yeah.
Secondly, Peter 100% just invented the machine that's going to be put in Sentinels to hunt down fucking mutants and take their powers away.
Didn't even think about that.
Spider-Man is going to have accidentally been like the guy who is he is going to be to the mutants what fucking Tony Stark was to the Middle East.
Mm.
And that might be an intentional mirror that they're doing here. It's going to fucking crush that boy.
You know, can I just say, uh, what Tony Stark did to the Middle East, what Tony Stark did to America, he
True.
invented damage control, lest you forget.
Brother made Ultron. Like look, I know he went out with a bang. He did some dog shit before he
He
left.
let damage control has been fuck Kang. Damage control has been the only thing that this like post Endgame like the multiverse saga has had stringing bullshit together at least on Earth. They've been like in all the shows and they've always been a fucking problem. They're the worst. And
Yeah.
it's Tony's fault.
Damn.
My closing statement is gonna be they took a movie that I was very skeptical of on paper and they made it work. It is the best Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, the best MCU Spider-Man movie. My letterbox review
Mm-hmm.
said something along the lines of it's nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man, because the
Yeah.
previous movies, like people always said like, oh, he's just Iron Man Jr. or and then he was just Tom Holland flipping around with the other two Spider-Mans. He was Spider-Man in this movie,
This is the most Spider-Man he has ever felt. I
and
I know I said last week that I still prefer Homecoming, and I think I still do. I need to wait for like recency to wear off,
sure,
but this is a damn close second.
I I'm not as romantic about Homecoming as you are, so
Yeah.
gonna say confidently that this is the best one.
Yeah. It's
Um,
honestly a lot of the Homecoming thing is being carried by the Vulture. I think Vulture is the best villain in
oh,
these movies.
Vulture's great, and
Yeah.
it's the most grounded
So good.
villain that this Spider-Man's ever fought.
Yes.
So that's definitely something. It's a good movie, good
Great
Spider-Man
movie.
movie.
Absolutely loved it.
If any of your friends say, "Did you see the newest Marvel?" You can tell them it's a good one.
Yeah. I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and then I went back and made it a 4.5 because I was like, no, it was that good.
I've got it sitting at a 4. I'm gonna leave it there for now.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair and good. Guys, if you want to let us know how you felt about New Spider-Man or how many murders you think Sadie Sink Jean Grey has committed in the MCU already, you can leave those comments on YouTube and Spotify, and I'd love to read them. Honestly, link me to your video essay that just puts in the clips of every murder she did. You can follow this.
At this frame in the movie, you can see that man clearly in a wheelchair, not dead. It's like, okay, all right, thank you. You've saved the movie.
She brain controlled that guy and she made him smoke a cigarette, which means he probably got
Hey,
lung cancer.
oh wait, maybe she she made him not stop breathing too. She just saved him
Yeah,
till the
oh man.
paramedics arrived.
We didn't even talk about that. That's such a good bit.
She's not a bad guy.
No, she's not, but she is. But she's not, but she is.
How can she be a bad guy? She's America's sweetheart, Sadie Sink, the most beautiful woman to exist ever.
We do love
Everybody
Sadie
loves
Sink.
Sadie Sink.
Yeah. Anyway, you can follow the show on Twitter at rsr_pod. You can follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Daniel J. McG.
You can follow me on Blue Sky at Skyler8bit.
And until next time, everybody, we'll see you around.
The game's just starting, the world's so bright. Jump right in, everything feels right. Press play, take a trip back in time where pixels and memories intertwine.